Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. This one might get the temperature rising. Was that lame? I feel like that was lame. That was very lame. But I'm going with it. Anyway, we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, I'm wearing my my spiffy. It's kind of hard to read because it's very stylized, but it's Essinger, which, if you are unfamiliar, and this is my second Essinger shirt. I have another one as well, and I've done some reviews in that one. But Essinger is a guy of the musician artistic variety. I ran into him a couple years ago. He was on tour with a band that I love called the Cybertronic Spree. I'd never heard of him, but he went out there, does sort of electronica, kind of, dark synthwave, a little industrial kind of thing. And I really dug his set, man. I just thought it was very cool. It's extremely difficult to go over there and get up on stage at the best of times, even when you got a full band working with you. He had to go up there as one dude with, just a bunch of equipment and try to make a show out of that. And personally, I thought he was really fucking cool. After said set, I went over there, bought some merch, talked with him a little bit, even went over there, got some videos of his performance. Those videos are on my channel, just in case you're interested. Super neat guy, really like his stuff. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, this is a new spot. Because, well, folks, we're reviewing, boom, it's just a styrofoam thing, but, boom, it's a burger. This specifically is the Fahrenheit burger from a place called Fahrenheit. They serve like burgers and chicken and boba tea and stuff like that. I have been past this place I don't know how many times. I don't know if they're a chain or if it's just a one-off thing or what. If they are like just a one-off thing, then they're going to end up in my playlist for local spots called Eating Out Illinois. That playlist, I just focus on, kind of local spots. And I finally got the opportunity to go in today. And I figured, man, I got to go over there. I got to get their namesake burger, right? The Fahrenheit burger. I don't even know what's on it because it didn't have a description. But that's okay because life is a mystery and sometimes mysteries are fun. Looks like we got an onion ring, some coleslaw. That is awesome. They went over there. It's kind of hard to see. They put the coleslaw in the onion ring. That's so cool. Then maybe some bacon. And then I guess we just like some. Oh, we got some onions. Okay. Burger's a little wimpy. I'm not gonna lie. Like let's get a thing for the thing. Can we get a thing for the thing? Ha 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 ha! It looks like that. Yeah, the actual patty itself is a little bit unimpressive, but at the end of the day, it's about the flavor. So, let's see. What is the sauce? It's like a barbecue. Not a bad barbecue. Not great, but, serviceable. I mean, I guess for all intents and purposes, it's basically kind of a rodeo burger, but then also with coleslaw? Sure, let's give it a go. Home. Good bacon. I gotta give them points for the bacon. It has a nice thick cut bacon. You bite into it. It's got a nice bite back to it. They did some good bacon. I'm down with that. Some tomatoes, some lettuce too. I have to admit, I do have to knock off half a point in my system of non-existent points for the obligatory tomato, onion, and lettuce. I've ranted about this before. I'm not opposed to those being on a burger, but I don't feel like every burger needs them. And I feel like a lot of places feel like they do. They don't. The only thing that really needs to be in the burger, fundamentally, is the burger. And then, presumably a bun of some sort, although not always. And then, maybe some cheese or something like that. But even the cheese is optional. The burger is really the only part. But, it's interesting. Again, in a lot of ways, it is kind of a rodeo burger. I'm not huge on the barbecue sauce, which is a big part of the flavor. Like, it's not bad, but when it comes to barbecue sauce, I prefer like the more smoky, deep kind of flavored barbecue sauces versus the sweeter ones. This is definitely on the sweeter side. And don't get me wrong, sweet barbecue sauces have their place. But I don't know, man. When it comes to like a burger especially, it's like I just feel like they're just, it can be done, but in this instance, I will say it kind of works because like you have a lot of interesting stuff going on. When you get it all together, I'm pretty down with it. But although I like the aesthetic of the coleslaw in the onion ring, I do think that was cool. It kind of works against it because you want the coleslaw throughout the entire thing. Because when you get everything together, it's pretty nice. You get a lot of different flavors. You get the tanginess from the coleslaw. You get the kind of sweetness of the barbecue. You got the onion ring. I kind of like it. Here's the thing. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe sometimes, and sorta ish. So, flat out, fundamentally, on my end, the burger itself wasn't anything impressive. It was the weakest part of the whole thing. It was a very flat patty. It had a little bit of flavor, but it was genuinely not. Again, it was pretty unimpressive. Especially with this being your namesake burger. Now, this is definitely a burger where the toppings kind of make the experience, which can be fine, to be fair. I like kind of what they did with it, because again, it's basically a rodeo burger. Like I said, I appreciated the bacon. I like the coleslaw. I like what they did with it. But it's one of those things where it's like, would I get this every now and again? Yes. But would it be... It's not... It's one of those things, I appreciate it more for its uniqueness and what it kind of brings to the table versus because I think it's an outstanding burger. By that same token, then, it's hard for me to recommend it. It's more like a fun oddity than really a kick-ass burger. Like, you folks know I like burgers. And by the way, this is also going to end up on my Burgers for Days playlist. That's a playlist of just burger reviews. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I like it in kind of a goofy way, but not because I think it's a great burger. So it's hard for me to really properly recommend, Fun to try. I do think there's some good stuff there, but fundamentally the burger itself is pretty meh. It's the whole thing brought together. If it were a stronger burger, or maybe even just like a double patty, if you could get it as a double, that might make a little bit of difference. But yeah, I just feel like the burger itself kind of gets overshadowed in this one. But the other elements are fun, so succeeds kind of as a food item, but falls a little bit as a burger. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly scorching hot Fahrenheit-tastic rest of your life. Not really, though. I will say this, I don't like the heat very much. If you watch my channel, you probably know that. But right now, we are having a little bit of a heat wave in this winter. So we're like close to 20 degrees, and it's like, hooray, not in the negatives again. But anyway, final 2 things before I get out of here, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit. We don't always have, like, weird fun burgers that are kind of ridiculous and not that great, but also kind of awesome in their own weird way to make our lives better. It's just not going to happen that way. When we run into situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating, etc., take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe there's like some food item that, you personally, you have kind of a similar thing where it's not that great overall, but you do like it and you like certain things about it. If that's the case, hey, go over there, please comment, let me know. I'd love to hear it because that's kind of what this comes down to for me. This is like a guilty pleasure burger, It's like a burger I would cheat on better burgers with because I kind of like it. Or conversely, you don't have to do that. You could go over there and do successful things in your life that are way more productive than commenting on a very small YouTube channel's comment section. Bye!